What's going on, guys? This is RJ Game News USA here, and today we're going to go over the top 10 comic book characters of all time. Now, this is just going off of the characters I think are the most interesting. It could be anybody. It could be a side character. It could be a main villain or a main hero. And I'm trying to keep my biases out when it comes to what they've done in movies and their adaptations in TV shows or anything that's outside of the comic book realm. So this is sort of a somewhat new content here. We've done top 10 lists before, but we have never really touched comic books all that much. But I just want to give my thoughts on the top 10 comic book characters according to me. Your list may be different than mine, so leave yours in the comment below. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's jump right into it. Number 10 for me is The Flash. I really enjoy The Flash. I like that his superpower is super speed. That's always really fun. Especially, characters like Sonic the Hedgehog in video games where they have speed. Having that in hero form is really neat. It's unique. Not every character just has super speed as their main power. Although some do have it as a secondary power. I also think The Flash is an incredibly witty hero. A hero that comes up with some decent one-liners that are pretty funny. Number 9 on the list is the Hulk. I really like the Hulk because, first of all, when he sits there and he gets angry and he hulks up, I think it's really interesting. I think it's a really interesting dynamic that a hero uses his anger, has a method to help people. I think his look is iconic, the Green Hulk look. And I think he's number 9 on the list. Number 8, this is not a hero. This is Venom. So, what interests me so much about Venom and why I think he's my favorite Spider-Man villain is he takes over your body. I like his look. It's iconic. He's a little crazy. I think that he's pretty interesting. Number 7, Captain America. You see what I'm wearing now. But Captain America is a pretty good villain. Or not a good villain, a good hero. Because, first of all, red, white, and blue, USA, all the way. He's strong. He seems to, help the country out. He was very popular in the comic books back in the day when America needed to be nationalist the most. And so I really like Captain America. I wish he was even higher on this list if he could be. I just don't think he's iconic as the characters above him. Number 6 is Wonder Woman. Clearly the best female comic book character of all time. She has a lot of unique powers. Invisible Jet, the Lasso of Truth, those bracelets. She's a really strong woman, and she's not like a forced, DEI sort of superhero, like Batgirl or Supergirl, or let's just copy a man's power. So she's very unique in her way. Number 5, this is my all-time favorite villain, the Joker. Not only does he have interesting origins, and not only is he maniacal and witty and funny and interesting, but he's the ultimate villain for Batman. And no doubt, he provides him the most challenge. He, even at times, I root for him. Number 4 on the list is Wolverine. Out of anybody off the X-Men, he's clearly the most interesting. I think that, he borderlines the anti-hero sentiment a little. He seems like he's hard to approach, but yet at the end of the day, he will do what's right to help people. He has really awesome claws that can shred his enemies. So it's a little more serious when you get into a fight with him. But I think the top 3 have clearly separated themselves. It's just a matter of what order you put them in. And depending on the day, that almost changes for me. But number 3 on this list is Superman. He's super strong. He's an alien. You know, he has interesting weaknesses, glaring weaknesses like a red sun and kryptonite. But other than that, he's faster than a speeding bullet. He's more powerful than a locomotive. He's one of the iconic superheroes of all time. And, you know, some people say he can beat Goku in a fight. Not me, I don't agree with that. But I also think his character often has been one-dimensional and flat. But that's only because people are looking at it through the lens of modern era, where they want their heroes to be spiced up a little bit. Back in the day when he was out, he was considered the perfect role model. And his comic books are pretty good, actually. Number 2 on this list, and I debated between 1 and 2 quite often. But number 2, I went with Batman. There's parts of his character that are super interesting. First of all, he doesn't have any powers. All of his stuff all of the stuff he has are gadgets. He has a lot of interesting enemies. He lives in an interesting world. He's a very multi-dimensional character with many layers of thought to explore and past and history to look into. He has a lot of interesting motivation when it comes to why he got into being a superhero, a Caped Crusader. Somebody that isn't quite all the way loved by Arkham, but nevertheless will defend people against crime due to his own interests and motivations from his parents being shot down. Batman's very dark and can go to dark places, and I like that in my superheroes. When, you know, I used to like Superman more, but as I got older, Batman more appealed to me. However, number 1 on this list, I think you get the best of Batman's world, essentially, and the best of Superman's world, and you put it together. Number 1 on my list is Spider-Man. For one thing, he has superpowers, unlike Batman. He uses gadgets as well, like Batman would. And he is resourceful and smart like Batman. But he also has a really good nature about him that is super similar to Spider-Man. It's not quite as dark as Batman. But I believe Spider-Man is if you took Superman and Batman and fused them together. Because I think it's just the right tone you're looking for. He also could be the role model you want as a hero. But at the same time, go into somewhat dark stories as well. Because he also has a dark motivation for why he started doing what he did when his Uncle Ben got killed. So, I think he's the perfect example of a comic book hero and the most interesting comic book character of all time. So what did you guys think of the video? Let me know. I will see you guys later. Peace. I'm out. Have a good one.